Hello everyone, welcome back to G&J Exploring. In today's video we start our G Adventures tour proper and we leave Lima and fly to the ancient capital of Cusco. On arrival in Cusco we head to the hotel and then walk into the city centre to look at the sights and have some dinner. The following day we get up very early to drive to the Rainbow Mountain and have a very tiring walk up to its summit to look at the absolutely amazing view of the mountain and all of its colours. To get to the Rainbow Mountain, we took a tour with G Adventures, but there are many tours in Cusco to take. And while it does take a little bit of time, on the way there and the way back, you stop at a buffet restaurant to get some fairly decent food, and it has toilet facilities for you. So all in all, it's a very comfortable day out. The only thing to be aware of is the altitude is very high, and even if you're quite fit, it may have a bit of an effect on you. But if you take it slow, it's well worth doing, and the views are absolutely amazing. Now, we hope you enjoy this video, and on with the show. It's a new day, and after leaving Lima, we are now in Cusco. So we had a fairly late start, got a taxi to the airport, and after a fairly short and quite pleasant flight, we are now in Cusco. And from here, we'll be exploring Machu Picchu, some of the surrounding areas, heading up some hills and having a look around the town. For now, we're just waiting to get some bags, and then we'll be on our way to the hotel to have a little bit of a sit down before heading out into town. We are now in Cusco, having a walk around, and we're just heading up the main street to the square, and we'll see the sights when we get there. And the first thing to see is the Santo Domingo Church there on top of a hill, and that's built on top of old Inca ruins, which lots of Cusco is. It's the capital of the Inca Empire, and the Spanish came here and built a lot of things on top of it to prove they were in charge. So we are now here in the heart of Cusco. We've got this very nice statue in front of us with an Inca warrior on top. And spinning round, we've got various colonial buildings. Got a church over there and a cathedral behind us. And it's very interesting. You're in the middle of South America, high up in the hills, but it looks incredibly Spanish. It looks very similar to Tenerife when Julius and I went there a few years ago. And it's got a really nice vibe. Lots of tourists, of course, but some locals, and everyone's pretty chilled out. And yeah, it's really nice. And we're now going to be heading to find some dinner. We've just had some dinner at the Mr. Grill restaurant. Very nice restaurant, and it's also got a rooftop terrace to get some nice views out across the square. And spinning round, we've got the square all lit up at night, and it really is very, very pretty. And of course, well worth coming to. This is going to be it for us today. It's not even that late, but we are a bit tired, and tomorrow we're going to be getting up very early again to go see the Rainbow Mountain. So we see you tomorrow when we're going up another big hill. So it's a new day, and after another very early start, we are up at the Coloured Mountain. So this is a rock formation of sorts, high up in the hills. So we're at about 4,600 metres here, and we're going to be going up to about 5,200. And unfortunately, we can only see this because glaciers have receded in the area. I believe there is a glacier over there in the distance, but glaciers have receded, so this rock formation has become visible. We are roughly halfway up the path, and we've got a very interesting sculpture there to the side. And if I pass through the middle of them, we've got this wonderful view up and down the valley. So while there are a lot of people here, it's actually not too busy, not too bad, and you don't feel that it's too touristy, at least at the moment. Julius and I are now on top of the Painted Mountain. So the Painted Mountain is there in front of us, along with the other hills around, and it is super duper impressive, really pretty. We're about 5,300 metres above sea level now, and it does show. I've not found it too bad, but I'm definitely out of breath. But I'd say definitely worth it for the wonderful view of the Painted Mountain and the valley all around us. So Juliet and I have been up here quite a long time now, but we've been taking the view and making sure we don't just take a load of photographs, and it really is a spectacular view. The crowd is thinning out a little bit. It was very hectic before, but there's not so many people here now, and to be honest, while it is a bit touristy, there is plenty of space and you can get good views without getting too impacted by everyone all around. But we've got the view out down the valley, which we walked up. We've got the view of the painted mountain over there, and coming round we have the view out across the other side. And looking down the other side, it looks like you can drive up a lot closer. It looks like there's some quad bikes, so maybe from the other side is the optimum way to come. Anyway, we're going to be heading down the hill now, and maybe doing some more photographs down there at the bottom. We're now heading back down the valley, and we're a bit more up close and personal with the painted mountain, and it really is exceptional. Now, Juliet's going to be heading down to the toilets down there, but I will be heading to the Red Valley, which is sort of in front of us, to see some more views, and it will be a bit quieter there, which will be nice. So we'll get back to you at the Red Valley. So we are now up at the Red Valley, which is also very green, but beautiful all the same. And there's a few less tourists up here, which is nice. And we've got the wonderful view all around us. Down there in the distance you can see some llamas slash alpacas grazing. And if I spin round, you've got the view back over to the coloured mountain, which is sort of over there, over the other side of the hill. So we're a little bit back down the way, and here is one final view of the Red Valley, looking super duper impressive. And spinning round, we have some snow on the mountain, and going through the gate. We get to the other side, and the valley we walked up originally, and we'll be heading back down there now. And the painted mountain, Rainbow Mountain, is over there in the distance. And I'll keep us rolling until we get through that bit of rock, because I think we'll get a good view of it. I'd definitely say this is pretty hard going. I'd like to think of myself as fairly fit, and on the flat I don't really have any trouble. But when you get up and downs, especially the long ups to the painted mountain, it is a bit hard going, and I'd describe it as your muscles feel like you can do it, but your lungs have a lot more trouble. And cresting here, we have a little bit of a painted slash rainbow mountain in the distance. We are heading back down the path to the car park, but we've got the view of the remnants of the glacier which used to cover this area over on the side there. Very bright in the sun, and we also have some llamas or alpacas wandering around. There's one just down there. Which you might be able to see a little bit of, and very shortly we'll be back down at the car park and we can have a sit down. And there we go, there we have some llamas slash alpacas wandering around. It's later on in the day and Juliet and I are now back in Cusco. So we had quite a long drive back, but we got here in the end. And we really enjoyed the Rainbow Mountain. It was very, very pretty. I don't think I said when I was up there, but essentially it's formed of various different types of sedimentary rock, which have been folded up into that very nice sort of V shape. And the sedimentary rock has different things in it which cause the different colours when it oxidates. And it was really, really pretty going up there. A little bit busy, as you may have seen from the video, but not too bad. And I'd recommend going. It's about 3 hours from Cusco, and while you know the bus ride was a bit rubbish, it was all okay in the end. Anyway, we're now going to be going to bed, and tomorrow we'll be out and about going to the Sacred Valley.